Hope you guys are doing well. Edgar, some solo marketer here, and in this video, I want to quickly show you why email marketing is still relevant in 2024. Also, why email marketing is still the best way to market your products compared to other social channels or whatever, podcasts, blogs, and whatnot. Email marketing is still gives you the best ROI, and how to make money with email marketing and just kind of common ways to do it. We'll look at, I think, four, and just, kind of four common ways to do it in 2024. And if you stick around, I'll give you my free 21-page report with 13 things I've learned after sending my first, 42,122 emails through System.io. And that's going to be a completely free guide. So if you stick around to the end, I'll let you know where you can claim your free guide. And it's really valuable if you do any sort of email marketing, which you should be doing. So with that out of the way, let's get to it. As you can see, I have my Lucidchart here. I'm just going to kind of reveal more and more things as we go on. But the first thing is obviously the big question, right? Why mailing list? Why even have a mailing list? Isn't that like early 2000s thing or whatever? Isn't it outdated? And to answer that question, I guess the first thing I have to say is that email marketing gives you the best ROI. The $42 for you get back for every dollar spent, right? You probably heard of that statistic. But also, just besides that fact, also the fact that you have full autonomy over your list. It's not being owned by anyone else, right? Let's say you were on Facebook, right? You have a following, TikTok following, Instagram following, YouTube, like I'm doing right now, right? There's just all kinds of things you can do, but those you don't really own. What I mean by that is, for example, people that own blogs, right? That do blogging and they solely rely on SEO, right? Being kind of exposed and through search engines. And there was, thousands upon thousands of people, let's say, it's a regular thing, but in 2023, I think with the helpful content update, that was a big blow again, where people just, there's a new update and seemingly overnight, Google decided, okay, let's switch up the algorithm again. And just thousands upon thousands of people lost, at least half of their traffic just like that, because Google decided to change things up, right? They have a different direction they want to go in. And even if you did the kind of, let's say, the right way, all white hat SEO methods, still there's no guarantees at all. Anything can change overnight. Or, people having their TikTok, Instagram accounts banned or blocked also for like these weird trivial reasons, and oftentimes they don't give you the reason, right, why it happens. And people with tens of thousands of followers, especially in the make money online niche or the health niche, maybe their hashtags or their description trigger some sort of like a spam concern, and platforms just auto block you, and there can be like an appeal process for months, right? And then maybe you might get it back, maybe not, and also a lot of times you don't even get an explanation. Again, you can have a following of 50,000 people, 100,000 people, whatever. You can just lose that at any moment. And also for ads, right? If you do, I don't know, let's say Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever, ads they get more expensive, more and more expensive every year. And you can't just rely on just kind of throwing something out there, just kind of advertising your product. People land on a sales page, they buy, you made your money back at least, right? Maybe even profited. Those days have pretty much been long gone. There's more elaborate funnels you can do. Those will work maybe, but not just, just send someone to your sales page and make a lot of money. Those days are gone as well. But yeah, the point is you have zero control over these large companies and what they change in their back end and their algorithms, or them blocking you, even if you do the right thing, right? You're not trying to scam anyone or whatever. You have to essentially gain control over your following. And the only real way to do it is by having your own mailing list, right? Because probably heard this 1,000 times. You own your mailing list. You can export it. You can keep it on on the spreadsheet, whatever, right? You can always, if anything happens to the platform, your list is on, and you're sending your emails through there. Anything happens at all, you can just back up and leave. Just open up account in a different one, right? And just send emails through there. So you can always switch around. You can never just lose your list because a company, changed their mind about something. So the question is, how do you get people on your mailing list, right? That's usually the $1,000,000 question. How do you actually grow your mailing list? Just to keep it short, otherwise this will be a 3-hour video, you do it by creating content where your target audience hangs out, right? You have a specific customer avatar, your dream client that you want to work with, and they hang out in places, in this case, online, right? You do online marketing. There's certain places where there's more of them, and you see what your competition is doing. You do a better version of that. You do your own story, your own branding, and just a better, higher quality, more value based, provide tons of value up front, and at the end of your post, video, podcast, wherever you're creating content, you do a call to action where you send people to your landing page, right? And that's with that landing page, which is usually a freebie. It can be a video, some sort of a checklist, a template, a webinar, even. That's something more sophisticated, but still, there's all kinds of freebies you can do to entice people to do this exchange, right? They give you their email in exchange for a freebie that they get that solves like a specific problem really quickly and obviously for free. And that freebie, yeah, like I said, it could be a lot of things. Like in this case, it's a freebie of my own. It's just I'm giving away, one of the freebies I'm giving away is a free lead generation funnel template, right? It's like when they sign up, I send it to them automatically. They just click it once and it just gets added to their System.io account. So this is one of them. You ask for their name, for their email, right? And as soon as they sign up, they get their freebie. That's an automated email, and they are finally on your mailing list. So that's pretty baseline. And then you can offer them all kinds of things, either right away or by email. And yeah, especially if you're new in online marketing, this sort of approach should be your primary concern. Not go straight for the sale. It should be to grow your list through landing pages like this, right? And once they get through, there's different types of email marketing you can do. I'll kind of show you all different types of ways, just different formats. So the first thing usually is, besides just delivering the freebie itself, right? There's like an automated email that triggers and it just sends them the freebie. The first big one is the welcome sequence, which essentially once they get their freebie, they get attached to another sequence where, let's say it's, in my case, I often do that. It's 5 emails in 5 days, just daily emails where I introduce to myself, I kind of position myself as an authority and in this field, I provide even more value, more freebies. And towards the end of that sequence, I might offer you to buy a product that is relevant to the thing you sign up for free. I might offer you like a low ticket product, right? It might be $7, $17.97. It's under $100 usually. It's a low price commitment with like a lot of value, right? It's basically it's a no brainer to get this thing, and it's really relevant to that lead magnet that they sign up for. But yeah, you introduce yourself, a lot of value, and then you can start kind of promoting something, right? And the second type of email, once they go through that sequence, they buy, they don't buy, whatever, right? But now they're on your email list, right? And now you can send them, let's say, weekly or daily or monthly emails, right? That is called an email newsletter. Those are regular emails that you send one to many and still provide a lot of value. Like in my case, I send out my own YouTube videos, my own free templates. I just send them to my list regularly on a regular basis. Obviously, just written content as well. Try to provide a lot of value and advice and kind of my stories as well where I can about my own experiences because I am a couple steps ahead of the people, I would say, most people on my list who kind of are trying to start out in online marketing or at the beginning stages or struggling with a lot of tech stuff. And I'm a few steps ahead, right? I have more experience, so I can share that experience with my list. And this is where you provide a lot of value. And sometimes you can promote your offers as well. When it comes to email promotions, that's the third type. So in between those email newsletters where you provide a lot of value, you can have like a 3, 4, 5 day, whatever the length is. It can be different lengths. It could be a 1 day, 4 day, it can be a 4 week sequence, whatever. But you do email promotions, right? You maybe you might do a new product launch, right? Or you might do just a flash sale. There's different types of ways to do it. But essentially what you do is you kind of let people know, hey, there's this product. It might be at a discount, for example, right? It was 97. Now it costs 47. This is your opportunity. You have 4 days. And then you slowly inch towards a certain date when there's a cutoff point. That's the kind of the urgency factor. On this day at midnight, let's say, or whatever other time, let's say on a Monday midnight, you are closing this promotion and we'll go back to $97, right? So this is, you do email promotions for stuff like that. You can do email promotions for webinars. Oftentimes you might see if you've subscribed to any marketers, they promote that same webinar, sign up for, for days, maybe even for weeks until you sign up, and then they stop promoting it to you, right? But they have different angles, different ways, and it's like a long sequence of 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 emails. And that's all within the same promotion, just kind of promoting the same thing from different angles. And last but not least, this one is the cart abandonment. That's more advanced, but that kind of, it's also an automated sequence. It's not just like you click and send it, right? Like an email newsletter. It's just like on a Monday, you write an email, you just click and send it. And same thing for email promotions. You send them out once to your list. This one is more like the welcome sequence, where it triggers at a specific moment. In this case, what it means, in case you don't know, is that there's going to be a lot of people where you promote them this product, right? They're going to go through the checkout. They're going to put in their name, email. They're going to be one step away from purchasing. Instead of putting in their credit card details, for whatever reason, they're just going to leave, right? And they're going to, like the name suggests, they're going to abandon their cart. And what you do in that case, you have a trigger where if they started that process, they initiated the checkout process, but they didn't complete it. There's an email sequence that kind of brings them back in. That you essentially, it sends out, like, let's say 3 or 4 emails that say, hey, I noticed you started the checkout process, but you didn't finish it. I know life gets in the way, but just as a reminder, there's still a discount. You've probably seen these emails plenty, especially with like e-commerce stores. They do this a lot. So that's kind of, with this approach, once you set it up, it's all automated. You can, let's say for every 100 people that kind of just ditch the checkout process, you can kind of get a few sales just by sending these emails, right? It's like an extra, for like a $97 product, you can get like an extra few $100 just by having this automated sequence set in place, as opposed to just not sending it and people just leave and that's it and they never buy. So you can kind of re-engage with these people who are like really hot leads or prospects who are interested, but for whatever reason they didn't have the time or they had to think about it. These are the people you want to sort of retarget in a way, and it can be done fully automatically. But yeah, there's different ways to do it. In this case, I showed you like the 4 most popular ones. Obviously, there's plenty more, but all these things you do them to guide people eventually to your products. Well, it could be your products, it can be PLR, MRR products, which are the private label rights or master resale rights products, which essentially you get a license to sell someone else's product. You pay them a one-time fee, and then you claim it as your own. And there's obviously terms and conditions apply to each separate type of product depending on who's selling it to you. They have their own terms, so make sure to read those. But yeah, oftentimes you can just kind of rebrand it as your own, or you can sell it as is. It's kind of like affiliate marketing where you sell someone else's product, but in this case, it's you buy it once and then you can just resell it a million times, right? If it's a digital product. Obviously, you can sell paid memberships, you can sell software, either your own software or as an affiliate, right? You can just kind of sell, let's say, some sort of a software where you can do email marketing, right? I could technically be selling it to you in this email, right? Use this software, get a discount, and then I get my piece, my 30, 40, 50, 60% per month. So that's recurring revenue. So I can be promoting that in my emails to you if you're on my email list. And yeah, affiliate products, that's kind of like the beginner friendly way. But obviously, don't just sell anything for the sake of selling it, right? Sell products that's why I talked about your ideal customer, where they gather. You create content for your ideal customer. You want to get your ideal customers who you want to work with. You want to only get those people on your list. You want to speak to their problems, to their desires, and sell products that are relevant to them. You don't want to just, hey, I have this product, want to buy, right? Just every week you're just like, I'm just offloading my products, my just buy. People are not going to buy. That's not how it works. You actually have to provide, kind of present them with relevant products. And affiliate marketing gets tricky in that sort of way because you kind of need to be confident about what you're selling. You can't just, as easy as it seems, you just kind of drop your link in the email and they'll buy it, right? And oftentimes it doesn't work that way. And also you don't want to have any control. Again, we're talking about having control over something. You don't have control over what kind of product it is unless you bought it yourself. You've seen everything that's in there. then you see it's a good product, then you can sell it as an affiliate. But oftentimes affiliates just sell whatever. They haven't even seen the course or the product itself. So be careful with this part. As easy as it seems, you don't want to sell a crappy product. People will just not trust you anymore. They will not open your emails anymore. And obviously you can sell your services, right? Just all kinds of coaching, or there's all kinds of things you can sell, and they can be sold in different ways in these sequences, right? The welcome sequence, where you introduce to yourself and provide them with like a relevant product, like a solution. Email newsletter, right? Regular communications, one to many, just write an email, send it to your list. Email promotions, this is like a more expansive, just like you keep pushing people to buy it, and you keep sending them emails until they buy. And this is to re-engage with those who started, but they kind of fell through the cracks, and then you can kind of re-engage with them, retarget them, those who were actually interested in the product and just didn't finish the checkout. Yeah, as you can see, this is better than just having your affiliate link. Like I'm doing a YouTube video now. A lot of people, what they would do, they would just have their affiliate link in the description, go buy it. And, pretty much nobody buys, and that's it. And that was your only shot. If you get someone on your mailing list, you get, unless they unsubscribe, but if they find your emails valuable, you have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds opportunities throughout years to sell them and offer them different things that are relevant to them. You have many opportunities. That's why you need to focus on getting people on your list, and you have control over your list. If something happens to the platform you're sending your emails through, just jump on to the next one, whatever might happen to that company. Yeah, so that's top focus. I don't know if that makes sense, if that answers the question why you still should be doing it in 2024. It's still the most effective way. It's the most cost effective way. Whether it's 2024, whether it's 2034, it will still be around. People use email, and this is it's just a great way to do it in many different ways, many different angles. And yeah, like I said before, since you made it this far, please make sure to go check out the 21-page guide I mentioned at the beginning on the 13 things I learned after sending my first 42,122 emails, which at this point is way more, but I just haven't updated the number on the cover of the guide. But those are the ones I learned from like the first 42,000 emails on System.io. In it, you'll learn about things like how to get a high email open rate, how to avoid landing in spam, how to make sure people don't mark your emails as spam, right? There's all kinds of kind of interesting tips and tricks. Make sure to go check it out. It's in the description below. It's totally for free. Just go claim it. That's it for this video. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.